Good evening, everyone. New shirt there. Thank you to Phil for making everyone go, whoa, that's a bit bright. But yes, new shirt there. All the new shiny shirts. So, hello everyone. Who have we got? We've got Ulfric, Deadstay, Smog Monster, Kinger. Hello, Kinger. Look, Tesseract Orange. That's the next colour, trust me. They may have something coming out. What have we got? Caven. Hello, Caravan. Going down. Protect. That's me. Kinger. No, it's not Tesseract. Hi, Rash. Hi, Craig. And thank you very much already, State. That's much appreciated. So, tonight, we are starting something I've been talking to Foxy about, and I was going to start it next week, but when I looked at what I've got, I'll be doing these things this week anyway. So what we are going to do is spin around and look for the box that it comes in. Be really worried. We're doing a tanks week, so this week we are going to be painting some tanks. I blame, hey, speak of the devil. So I was just explaining we were going to do weekly things, and this week is tanks week. I'm going to do various tanks. We've got some of the Gale Force 9 World of Tanks. I've got the Gale Force 9 normal tanks, so that's World of Tanks, that's tanks. I think I just dumped it down here. So I think a few of you saw it a couple of weeks back when we had it and opened it. So World of Tanks miniatures game. Tanks! Hello, Cleese. Cleesks? Yeah. These are on sale now, 30 quid for the box. You get 4 tanks in them and loads of nice cards and codes if you want to play the real tanks. There's a starter code and all sorts of stuff like that. Some nice bespoke tank dice, loads of bits and pieces. So that's out now. I know Beanies has it, and loads of our lads have been getting it from Beanies at the moment. This and 4 expansions. So there is a sheet, so I can tell you what's in it. He says, and the sheet, I must have the sheet out somewhere. So as I said, that's World of Tanks, which has just come out. It is a reskin and an updated version of Gale Force 9 tanks. And that's the tanks from the first 5 waves. So, from the starter set, you get the Panzer IV, T-34, M4A1 Sherman, and the Cromwell. In Wave 1, you get the Stug, the SU-100, M3 Lee, and the Valentine. I'll switch over to the painting, so you can actually see some of these. So, there we go. The ones that I'm going to be doing today, and I've picked out some colours, I'm going to do the Stug, which is one of them, in, and I've even bought proper pucker paint sets for it. So we're going to do the Stug in this colouring. It's not far out, it's a bit darker than that, but yeah, that's the colour that we're going for the Stug. Tesseract green camouflage. It does work apparently. Then, sorry, that's the Stug. That's the Panzer IV. And we're going to do that in the Panzer Grey. And again, it's an AK interactive set for Panzer Grey. So that's that one. And then I don't have the Russian set, but I wanted to do the T-34. So the T-34. So the T-34, I'm just using 2 greens that I think will work. It's one of those things. But I'm also going to do the SU-100 in the same colours as well. Then I've got tricks and cheats for the tracks. So let's have them parked up. So then we've still got all of the other bits and pieces. The not General Lee, M3 Lee. I should know that one. And look, even the barrel moves, and the turret. And then the forgot his name. Jack's done Fury. It looks fantastic. So he's done little side pods with the what's it called? The wood log stowage. So these all just come off like that. That is the Cromwell and the Valentine, I believe. It is the Valentine. I'm getting good at knowing what tanks are what. So we've got all of them, and that's what I'm going to be concentrating on today. Giveaways. So the usual giveaways. We have 2 levels. Yeah, Jack's done amazing. So what we have is the other version of the game. It's looking is tanks. So this is the Panther versus the Sherman set. And you get 2 tanks. The only difference in this is you have to make these ones yourself. And obviously, again, you get all the rules, all the cards. It's a slightly different game. I don't think anything crosses over it, but it is a game in itself. So I've been buying this as well. Good evening, Sexy. How are you doing? So with them, you get loads of these little expansions, and these expansions are £9 a piece. So, well, £10 RRP for the World of Tanks ones. So it's a tenner a tank. What more could you say? Someone said to me the other week, it's X-Wing with tanks, which it's probably a more relaxed X-Wing with tanks. So again, you get the tank expansion in the back of it. Good evening, Archnin. So when tanks came out, they did organised play. So the organised play wow, mate. Yes, if anyone wants to start playing World of Tanks online, if you use that code that you can't see because I can't, Battlefront, as the code, then anyone that's bought the game can get a couple of bits free. But you also get another code for extras, like in-game stuff. There is going to be a Tesseract one. I like X-Wing and tanks. Good review. Yes, it only does work on the PC, unfortunately. So hurry up and get joined up, Jack. We've got the... come and play on the PC. We've got T Squadron built on the PC. We're up to like 6 people in the clan already, having some good fun. So, the tank side, we've got promos to give away. Also, like the prison top. This is Phil and what's he called? James's idea just to change it up a bit. So I've got one orange and I got a load of new black ones. So what we have got, I've got extras to do Tesseract tanks. So these are the promo cards for tanks. So there's an IS-2, a Cromwell, Panzer IV, and the Sherman 76mm. So these are all the organised play, and that will they're basically bigger versions of the small cards, but they look really good. Hello Tomo, hello Paul. Yeah, Jack, if you wouldn't mind, drop them in the gallery and I'll share them in a bit when we do the giveaway, mate. So one of the tiers is going to be for some of the cards. The other tiers for donators and stuff like that we actually have original acrylic sets for it. So this is the... I can't hear you over your t-shirt. Oh. This is how your tanks move. And it's an acrylic, a great acrylic template. There is 3 objective tokens as well. Unless someone tells me, like Jack tells me, oh, you need 5. I can try and drop some more in. And then these little tank track damage tokens. So there's 1s and 2s. So yes, that's going to be one of the prizes as well. So I'll split it down and sort all that out a bit later on. But that's the prize pool for tonight. Loads of tanks, OP stuff. These are all usable on both games. Oh, the movement. Oh, the movement tokens. You can use them as damage or movement. Yes, they are movement tokens to say how fast you were going. Well, you should buy the game anyway. It looks really fun. So, as I said, I picked up these quite some time ago when I did a tank for Dead Stay. That's why I've got the olive drab airbrush paint. I remembered now why I've got the American stuff. Anyway, so I bought these to do some of my tanks with. I've got loads of bolt action tanks to do as well, so it's another good thing to get some tanks on the go. I think I just saw some more. Where was that? Is that another one of the drabs? Nope, surface primer. Close. But loads of companies do it. We've got Panzer Dark Grey and Panzer Olive by Model Air. MiG do a range. I don't even know when I bought the MiG ones, so I've got the AK interactive ones here. But I've just remembered they're German AK interactive. I've got no idea how good they are, Jack. We're going to try them tonight. But they were 20 quid a pack, which was a bit. Now, for the 20 quid, these are the ones that I showed you. So there's 12 in there, and at the moment we've got these ones there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16 of the German Panzer Aces camouflage set. We've got 1 of them left. I'm keeping that one, and then I've got the Allied Forces one. Which is the air one, the air range. So these are. I'm building myself a tank painting set. Paints, yeah, they're paints, mate. AK Interactives. So I'm going to be trying the Panzer Grey set through the airbrush, I think. So without further ado, I'm thinking of these two getting the forest green over them. That one needs the... Which one? Which Dunkel? That's initial Dunkelgelb. So there's Dunkelgrau, which is the Dunkel Grey, which is going on that one. The Dunkelgelb, which is going on that one. And then forest green on them too. We have this. So that needs doing in... They do have this handy thing on the back that shows he's done pre-shading and stuff like that. So, do we start with the one? These are pre-primed. That's what the rough is, Tomo. That's why they are rough. Let me put these ones to one side. So that's the green. That's the green. That's the one of them. And we'll do this one first. So I'm going to get the airbrush, or the airbrush line. Start with doing this little fella in... They've done it in white. I'm going to do it in my light grey. Just... yes, raster. That... oh, the... oh, God. Hello, Reese. What was I going to say? The laptop we sent you, Raster, should be massively capable of playing tanks. The lad that donated it to you actually used it for playing tanks, and he's in our guild. He's in our clan playing it at the moment on a new, but he still used that one. So yeah, as Tom was been hinting, there is a bit of roughness to them, which we think it is for the primer. But I'm going to change the primer. I'm thinking and hoping that this primer is a lot lighter. Yeah. So you can see it's quite a bit. Yeah, we're having so much fun with it. Working on the Stug at the moment. Yeah, if I get time, I might get that one. I wasn't doing the Panzer in these colours, was I? I was doing the Stug in these colours, but it can still have the same primer, and I'll go back to the Stug. So the Stug that's getting the... yes! So at the moment we got... obviously we've got the clan up and running, and we're starting to get buffs for the lower levels. Steve's putting a lot of time in, which basically gives everyone a bit of a... between us, we've been able to get quite a few nice bits, like XP buffs while people playing, extra cash buffs just to cover the expensive ammunition and all that sort of stuff. But it's, yeah, we have a we have some tea. Is it the TK steel? Let me know. TK2. It's basically a level 2, tier 2 premium tank that we were all given a few months back, and it is just the best way to describe it is a McDonald's box on wheels with a Gatling gun attached to the front of it. So if you go into the game with it, it's not very good. It doesn't do very well. But what changes that is when you get 3 mates, TKS2, tankette. TKS 20mm. And what you do is you basically choose someone and you fly after them. One of you goes into the front, possibly dies, and then the other 2 go to the sides, just shooting. And you're doing like 5 and 10 damage on a 200 to 500 health tank, and it just goes through like machine gun fire. And at first it was like, oh, this is amazing. People don't realise what's happening until way too late. So let's move this fella out the way, because this is the one that I want to be doing. So let's have that dropped. So first up we have Dunkelgrau Shadow, which is basically a pre-shade. And I'm not going to put too much in because I don't know how much I'm actually going to use. So I'll drop the pressure right down, even a bit more, because I only want small areas. This is going to basically darken up areas. He says, not getting the right colour. There we go. Let's go. So as you can see, just a line. Anywhere where it's going to be darker, like behind the armor plate, it's going to cast a shadow in there. Up under the plate. See, what you're basically getting is anywhere where you think it would the shadow would be cast, like the recesses and stuff like that. The lower plates, and that should give you some bits of pre-shading on it. So I will have to get rid of paint in that one. If you were to do this with normal paint, I would just be doing that with a thin down version of this paint on a brush. Now we have the dark base. So this will be fairly thin. Yeah. I also think it's going to be fairly opaque, so you can see stuff through it. Yeah. So I can still see the line through that. So it only needs a light coat. Once you've done pre-shading, you try not to hammer too much. Don't worry about the tracks too much, because I'll show you my super secret squirrel track technique. So again, a thin down coat of this with a brush is fine. I'd be tempted to dry brush the layers over. You'd probably get a lot better colour than you would if like just doing it normal brush. Now you can just to say make out where it's actually, that's the word, translucent, not opaque. Opposite to opaque. Out of cleaner. So yeah, the other way I would use this set would be dry brushing all the way from the dark to the light to the from the dark to the highlight colours. Hi, Kay. Good, going good, mate. How's you? I'm trying not to rub it on my new trousers either. I'm having a Rasta evening. I've got new trousers on and don't want to ruin them. So now we've got the next level. So what we're going to try and do is pick out the panels that are going to be seen. So you're just doing in the middles of the panels. Can you see that? So just picking up where you think the sun would basically hit it. The light patches, leaving the other bits. So, like on this back plate here, underneath is going to be what, and put green all over it. Get some painting done, man. So again, just picking out so as you can see, that panel has dried, and you can see the differences in the colours. So again, just dry them off with the air. A bit of paint there. Top of the barrel. There we go. Thank you for the follow. So again, if you were doing this with brushes, you would just dry brush it. Give it a dry brush of each colour going up, and you're going to get a very similar effect as it goes through. Evening, Paul. And it's nice that this set's available. Would I buy it again? Probably not. I would just probably add weight to it. Well, Jack's our best playtester at the moment of this game. He's had quite a few games of it. I've not managed to get a game yet. So this is again the next level up. This is Light Base, AK Interactives. So dropping the pressure back down again. Start with the same side. Again, this time making it a bit smaller in the centre. There we go. And obviously this works a lot better on bigger tanks. So aiming for the centre of the panel. Just aiming for it a little bit less than last time. And you can see the grey starting to build back up to the light grey. Panel. And then what I'm going to try and do is try and hit the top. There we go. Just the top edge of the back of the armor plate, because it will be slightly light from. I'll put them on in a bit. So, and I am wasting a lot of this paint stupidly because I keep going and putting loads in the pot and only using millilitres. So again, the next one in the AK line is the Dunkelgrau highlight. Thank you for the follow. I've got my notifications turned right down. Let me open that up a bit. Have the screen bigger so I can see you all. So thank you for the donation, Archdin. Sorry I missed that, mate. It is much appreciated. We are doing again, we're doing the month. The monthly top of the leaderboard as usual. There we go. So basically this is the final. So I'm doing the complete top edge. I don't know if you can see that. I need that turning down a little bit. There we go. And you just build it up in the middle till you can actually see it change to what you want. There you go. And again, looking for the edges, like edge highlighting, but with the airbrush. Right. Getting a little bit of spitting. There we go. Turn the pressure up slightly. Reduces the spitting. The thing is, Rasta, I think these trousers were £3 a pair. Matalan Super Specials for painting and doing stuff in, so so there you go. You can actually see it really well on the camera where I've missed bits. So Nearly ran out of water. So I know it's not a thing to the highlighting the last level. I was just going to do it with the airbrush, but I'd like to see how this paint goes on with water. So I'm going to do the last one, just do some edge highlighting on the panels with an actual brush. Do one now? So, yeah, it is called Dunkel Grau Shine Grey Shine. So I'm guessing this is actually designed to be the yeah, how's it going over there, mate? Sorry, I missed that, actually. Plastic Alchemist, welcome, and thank you for the follow. Bit of drum and bass, right up to there. How many gave you know I'll always sort you out, Kay. So this is a very, very, very light grey. Let's get a palette out. And it's a nice thin grey as well. The paint's, I'm hoping that it isn't just what I think it is, but so what we've got is the final paint from it. Again, you could just take it from the grey and drop down layers by yeah, that is quite a interesting comment if you take it into bad context. So yeah, this is the final grey. You could basically start at black and work your way down yourself. You don't have to be paying lots of money for, I'm going to thin that a bit, the paint sets, because at the end of the day you can get away with most of it. Right, let's try that again. Just with, you could probably do this with just black and white and then just add the colours. So again, just the edge highlighting, because I've done it quite thin, it looks quite horrific to start with, but it blends in, if that makes sense, because obviously it is quite a thin paint. So and this is what Jack was asking about, edge highlighting a tank. Yeah, can be quite interesting, Matt. You don't have to do all, but picking out bits and pieces just highlights it up a little bit, gives it a little bit more dimension, as it were. And you're just using the edge of the brush, and this is one of my older brushes, one of my old, oh, doesn't even have the name on it. It's basically just, I just want to use the edge of the brush. I've had a couple of games of it, Kate, but Tomo in the stream is a dab hand and a master of all things Marvel Champions. So again, just with the edge, just pick up bits, like I need to spin it around so I can get the edge plates. Obviously, with it being 15mm scale, it is a lot finer detail than you would usually get on the bolt action size tanks and stuff like that. The one I did for Steve was quite big. I love doing that. Ah, cool. Then, yeah, I've got the complete collection. I just haven't had a chance to play it much. Obviously, lockdown and working hard. So if you look on this side now, you're just starting to get highlights and little bits. It's not as overpowering as it was when you first put it on. I do want to get all the rivets. So again, we're not doing it to Picasso raster levels, we're just doing it so it doesn't look grey and it's on the table. So the rivets, again, just trying to touch them with the brush on the edge so you're not hitting everything. And this is like the final highlight colour. You could do a light metallic dry brush, but I'm wanting to do this one in just the greys. I've got a couple of the German ones spare. I think was it the Stug that, whichever one was the expansion, I got 2 extra expansions to have a play around with. Maybe it's a Tesseract green one. But I will have my proper ones first. Yes, you would. You would have to find the highlight for each one, mate. So I'm only doing it for the simple fact that it is just one colour all over on this. Sort of cheating. And some of the techniques, I'm going to be hitting the inner parts hopefully with a small dry brush of a light grey as well, to try and pick out some of the... Or do I just go with this? Let's have a look. Yeah, I'll just go with this as an edge. Let's give them the... So just rubbing the edge along it. Smallest amount of paint on. I don't know if you can see it. See, this is the inner plate. And it just gives it some detail in there now. Yeah. No, but then I will be honest with you, a lot of the time I have some X-Wing ships that I absolutely love in a cabinet outside in the garage, and compared to my work, yeah, there's massively better. He seems to be good at what he does. But yeah, I've got stuff with rasters that I could never get anywhere near. Not in... It would probably take me 20 years. So it's easier for me to paint to my level, and then get bits and pieces off Rasta when he's selling them. So, a bit around that corner. Yeah, actually, I'm the same. I've got so many projects now that if I did do stuff to the really high levels, I'd struggle. Right, have some on that. Oops. So, I think I might do the silver dry brush, because I'm going to be dry brushing the tracks anyway, and then a lot of that needs to be silver down in there. I don't know if you can see. See? They come out, stuff can come out really well if you cheat. And that's what... I just want people to be able to get the paint down on the models, get them onto the table and play with them. I know it's not as easy as that at the moment, but at least people are going to have stuff ready for when they come back. Need them in black, them to be washed. So I think that is where I want the paneling, and I'm going to get the greys, the other bits with. So yes, that set's quite nice. Worth it? Probably not. If you don't have them, then yes. Then I would definitely go and get that set. I just feel you could probably do it with white and black, mixing it together. And I need some roll. In fact, where is... Oh. There it is. So, in Nikon, I'll have a look. Yes, Nikon something. Can see right up my nose from here. I think it's a 7500. Yeah, Nikon 7500 DSLR through a 4K capture link. It's 4K. It was my Christmas present 2 years ago when we were doing really well with work. Right, so what I'm going to use now is I'm going to do the tracks. These are a lot smaller than I'm used to, but I'm going to use the same technique I always do. This stuff, and Rasta's been using it, is Typhus Corrosion. A lot of my cameras are the same. I still use the same ones you've got, mate, for other bits and pieces. They're probably one of the best. They are probably the best. And if you remember rightly, I came to you and asked you guys what was the better cameras, and it was you and John that put me onto these ones, them ones. That one was a couple of times of trying different stuff. So yeah, what I'm going to do is Typhus Corrosion is just like a brown with bits in. So Rasta was using it to bit like a wash to get into do the like metalwork on some of his Super Fantasy Brawl figures this week. What I use it for is it's got grit in it, so the grit looks like mud and rust. So what you do is the tracks and all of the cogs, and up in there if you can, try not to hit the metal plate, but if you do hit the metal plate, standard kit one I think, it was a kit, I think it was the kit one, yeah. It was more for the output, the clean output. There is 4K cameras now with a clean output that are probably better than this, cheaper than this. So if you're wanting it for the same sort of thing, there is a lot better bang for your buck out there, as it were, now. I dare say the GoPros are probably catching up now. They're 4K as well. I just don't know how to set them up. So we're just putting the Typhus Corrosion onto the tracks. And I learnt, this isn't my technique, I learnt it from Next Level Painting, Mr. Kenny Boucher, who did this method probably a year ago on some GW tanks, bigger tanks, but it was, the outcome was absolutely brilliant. So I've used it as my go-to tank track method ever since. Oops. If you're doing a really messy, rusty track, I wanted to try and keep this one clean, except obviously the tracks never do stay clean. But if you're wanting to do a very heavy, rusted tank, getting this on the basically on all of the plates and stuff like that isn't too much of a problem. It just shows that the tank's been used. It's got mud up the grills and stuff like that. The only that was the other thing, Rasta. If you do expand your camera, just remember to... Ooh. Hi, Cotton. Just remember that when you start streaming in 4K, you've got to have the bandwidth to do it as well. So you may have to upgrade your internet. We get an error when we first start up, the initial one. Which you just reminded me to check. So it's okay now, but we definitely had a bitrate issue at the start of the video, and things do go quite Yeah, but we're uploading at a lot higher quality, if that makes sense. Cool. I'm going to do a gallery in a minute. In 30 minutes, actually. So, as you can see, the tracks are done. They do just look brown at the moment. And setting it down isn't going to be too much of a problem because where we'll be going with the dry brush anyway. So, and that was just make sure you use an old brush for steel for the Typhus Corrosion. So I'm going to go to my silver Necron Compound dry brush. Yeah, we've had the same. Just for some reason it decides it wants to work or it doesn't. It's probably because we haven't got 6.5 million viewers every week. So while the Typhus is drying, I've just got the Necron Compound and these plates. I'm just going to hit with a very, very light dry brush. Now we can see it's picked up the rivets. And that's what I wanted it to do. On the other side, you see how the rivets are dull. And the rivets have got a highlight now. It's just a quick, easy way of getting the metals down. Again, quick and easy is always good. So on the back, I wanted these in metallic-y silver as well. We've still got a wash to go over it, so if you do too much, there you go. Yeah, I had bits and pieces on last night, so I couldn't watch it fully, but I did see the couple of issues that were going on. We've had a couple of times where things have just gone. Obviously, luckily, it's been during doing a YouTube video where I can just delete it and start again. But it's not too much of a problem when it's on live stream. Everyone knows people have problems. So just picking up the rivets and the cast plates at the front. Now what I'm also going to do is use the same silver and not rub off as much, but give the gun a bit of a like a silver in. So you've got the metal gun. So quick and easy stugs. Yeah, I think it was Windows 10 when I was looking at when Nanny Bot was showing me what he was trying to get working. So, next is washes. So I'm definitely going to do a nulling wash. I still need the tracks to go and dry before I do the next bit on them. So Where is... I'm going to go for pure nulling, like full strength, not washed down or anything, but I'm going to pin wash. So, first off, the plate. So I'm using the, I think it's a size 1 brush. Somewhere to hold that. I'm just running the wash down the dividing plate. If you think you've gone over it too much, just a quick rub. Now, a bit round that rivet. And don't worry if you get some with a lot on and some with not much on. Not all the rivets are going to have the same amount of build-up of grime around them. I don't always go back, soak a little bit of it up, put it onto another rivet. It is metal. It's metallic at the top. I have got Z metal on. I was going for metallic look with the grey build-up. Very similar to non-metallic metal, but it didn't work as well on the gun as I wanted it. Painted it yellow. You might need to get your monitor looked at. I'm not the colour. It's Rasta that's colourblind. Yeah. It's not, if you look at it from certain angles, it's not all metallic. It's only roughed across the top. Basically to give it a worn look. I'll be honest with you, it's not that visible. It still looks very grey. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. So I'm going to go quite thick on the wheels with the nulling, so it gives them quite a bit of definition. And then sorry if you can hear the fireworks. Children. And it's all over. So just filling a bit of the hatchwork in. Yes, I know. I just want it to look... Yeah. Right, all the metalwork that we did in the back here. I'll now dull it off quite a bit with the nulling. Thing is, other than the one that I did for Stee, this is probably only the second tank that I've painted that's meant to be anything other than like a sci-fi one where the colours don't really matter. I'd like to think that I'm not as picky as some of those gamers. Obviously we don't want to go upsetting them too much, but going around all of the edges. So anything like these bits, just run a little bit round the edges. You don't need to swim it in it, and it just fills the. It gives it a little bit more definition than the colours that you've put onto it. You could probably just coat it all and be done with it, and I don't think it would look too bad. I just wanted to see how well it would pin wash up and just do it in the bits that need it. So the back I really like. So yeah, I'll continue on with the careful approach, or the carefuler approach. It is me painting. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine as long as you're going to pay my wages for the week as well. I don't mind that. I'm not so sure other companies will sponsor us like they did for the stream, like not every week. Right, I'll do quite a deep wash on that. Yeah, there we go. I'll be honest with you, if I was doing a load of these for myself, not just one-offs of each one, I think I would be looking at using the colours that I had at the start as dry brushes a lot more, but then just wash the whole thing. Maybe do the final stage a lot lighter, and then wash it back down to the stage that you want it, sort of thing. So make it a little bit brighter than you want, or highlight it up a little bit more than you were going to, and then put a wash all over it. That wash brings it back down to roughly where you wanted it. That works with most things. Again, it's a next level bit painting thing. You take your highlights and your edge highlighting and all that to 11, and then you wash it back down to 10. hopefully by the time we finish this, the track should have finished drying. You could probably go on to weather these as well quite a bit. The way Jack's got his done, they look absolutely fantastic weathered. And it's not like massively weathered, it's just like a clean. Thank you, Doom Fairies. Thank you, Crimson, for the follow. There's loads of follows. Thank you, everyone, for following. With this one, no. With others, maybes. There we go. Wash the barrel back down. Right, I need to get something in there so it darkens all of that recess up. Oops. So for what it is, as I say, it's a quick paint job. It's nothing. It's only took what, an hour. I know I did slightly cheat with the airbrush, but I don't think a lot of people will be taking it that far. It is the Stug. I can give you the full title in a second. I'm not as good as Snowy on tanks. I just like big tanks that go boom. It is the Stug 3 ASUFG. And it is one of the first expansions. It's a Wave 1 expansion. The German that you get in, and I might try an even faster way with this one, and then keep the, because I said the grey one, the tanks are for me, and I do like the German grey on them. So the first thing I'm going to do is where we've done the rivets, quickly pick them back out with a dry brush again, and that gives them the colours. So what we have, and that has dried, is the where's it gone? The Typhus Corrosion. 4 tanks in each wave. Costs you 36 quid a wave to get one of each. After I've done this, I'll find one of them and I'll open it and show you, Catherine and Martin. So this is it was just the primer and then the Typhus over it. So what you do now is you take your Necron Compound and your dry brush, as if by magic you suddenly get battle worn tracks. It depends. You can do it's all points based. There is 4 different levels: 50, 100, 150 and 200, and it just depends how many tanks you can fit in with upgrades and stuff like that. So the tank tracks where have touched metal and stuff like that, have touched the roads and the concrete, the raised bits come through silver, and then the detail isn't as good on the inner track here, but I say they're really small scale and you won't see that side of them. So just a quick one to get the edging. So now you've got everything done there in the matter of letting the paint dry, and boom, you've got really nicely painted tracks. You can add mud, you can add rust, and the Typhus Corrosion does make it look muddy and rusty-ish, just generally used. And again, it doesn't take anything to do it. It's a quick splash it down, let it dry, and away you go. And as you watch, so that's the other. This is the other side. Dry brush, done. And you can. It depends how much silver you want to show through. You can do it as little or as much as you want. Why is Typhus Corrosion a technical? It has grit in it, so it's that's why I didn't use a good brush, because it causes it goes rough. Can you see the little? I don't know if you can see it. The little spots. You might be able to see it there. Yeah. So there's little spots appearing in the paint, the dots of the, it's like grit. And when it dries, that's what causes the undulations for your dry brush to pick up a lot better. It is a very, as I say, it's a very old brush. Do not use a good brush with Typhus Corrosion, because the usual thing, as you can see with this, it's all starting to split out. When you get paint into this bezel part up in here, it pushes the bristles apart, and it then does that. So when I dry this, yes, Catherine, just an old one. Most technical paints, if it's not normal paint, just use an old brush. If you're just lashing stuff down, like the basin materials and stuff like that, all of the technical stuff like that, yeah. So that's how it's gone now. But you can actually just see that obviously it's also a shade brush. Shade, unless you clean it very well, the shade goes up into here very quickly, so you can actually see it's slightly dark. So even with the good brushes, and I fall foul of this all of the time, when I do that, so that's the shade that I've just been using coming out of the bezel. If this was one of my good ones and not one of my old ones that I know I've ruined, I'd have cleaned that. I probably wouldn't have used it for shade anyway. I just use an old, this is one of my old broken toed ones. Yeah, the Typhus Corrosion's brilliant. Again, tools for the job. I don't know anyone else that does a Typhus Corrosion. Have I got an example? I have. I told a lie about doing tanks. Who can remember this fella? So he's basically done. I'll go back to him in a second. So, but he's basically done. So, who can remember my American tank? So again, I tried to make a version of this, and it didn't quite work. It didn't quite dry well. So we went back over it afterwards in the Typhus. But it is a forgot the name of the game. Fallout. We even printed it. It's our own. We bought the file, we printed it, and it's solid resin. And it's, yeah, really, I loved. I do like doing tanks, and I do get well and truly taken away. Yeah, it is one of those ones that I was quite pleased with. As I say, I do like painting tanks. My favourite tank, these lot will tell you, my favourite tank going into playing World of Tanks was the Tiger. So this is a Corgi metal Tiger. These are rubber toy tracks, and it is literally I think they were a toy, but because of the quality and how nice they were scale wise, these have just flown up in value in the last 10 years. I've had this one for years, but since starting World of Tanks, I must admit I have fallen in love with this little fella playing it. The Russian T-34. It is so much fun to play on the game. It's quick. It goes, yeah. So, let's quick close up. What time is it? 7 minutes, and then I'll. So that's him basically done. I would have. I want to get some decals for them, but I don't think there's many places on the Stug that it goes. E70. So I've been playing the E25. Yes. So finding out a lot about the E25, and it isn't an actual tank that came out and was used. Hi, Cornwolf. Yes, they are. That's why I'm waiting. So I bought myself that. It is a 1/35 scale E25 proper model kit. And I'm so looking forward to actually doing this. It's quite a big fella, so that's the and this is stuff that I liked on it. There's all brass etchings for it, so it's like E25. I'm not even going to attempt to say that. But from what I can understand, the E range were experimental. I got oh, that's good. E25 was the because there was only one of them ever put into production, and that was the E100. And they only built the chassis of it. Unfortunately, apparently the E series, which were experimentals, would have won Germany the war. Thank goodness it didn't get to production properly. So where are we at? I can have a quick look and show you the. Let's see if I can find one of the packs. You might get to see my butt here, so sorry. Oh. Here we go, Martin. There'd be. So these are the. Basically, these are the kits, how they come. So they're RRP £10, Beanie does them for £9. You open them up, it comes out very much like... Oh yeah, Beanies have got them in. Snowy sorted that out. So you get the Stug ready built, ready primed, and Tomo, I'd say that has lost a lot of its roughness. Yeah, £20 for one of them, or £30 for the newest X-Wing ship. I said, not. So, as I said before, anyone wanting to join and start playing World of Tanks, there is a code that for us to invite code for new players only, Battlefront, all capitals. So if anyone wants to start playing World of Tanks, they're giving away a free code. There is another code under there that gives you, so for this one you get 1 day of premium, so you get a day of premium account, which means you get better XP, a large repair kit, and a bar of chocolate for in-game for buffs and stuff like that. But the Battlefront code for new players gives you a T127 premium, a garage slot, 7 days of premium, and 500 gold to start with. So it's pretty nice to get going. So this is the tank card for the Stug 3. So it has all the rules and the hit points and the crews and stuff like that. A lot of the artwork, yes, it is. They're good quality. I'd say they're glossy. I'd say they were glossy X-Wing cards. But things like, it hasn't got any of them in this one, but the gun is exactly the same as it is in World of Tanks Online. Your upgrade gun does look like that. Your crew slots for your loader, your gasoline, fill tanks. Oh, sorry, CO2 tanks. And then all of these are actual upgrades in the game. Eagle Eye, which is a basic one for your commander. And designated target. Again, these are all things that are in World of Tanks in the actual game itself. So the World of Tanks is a very interesting one. And I may paint some of these up because I've got a couple of extras. And as I say, an hour to paint one. Production line, you can probably get them down to 45 minutes each. Yes. Platoon building's the same as X-Wing 1.0. You get points. Depending on how big a game you play 50, 100, 150 or 200. And that works out at 1, 2, 3 or 4 tanks. So it's not a massive game. I've probably got enough to field 2 teams from the starter and the upgrades. Something Jack asked me to do, if Jack's still around. And I wanted to see if these were. So Jack asked me about some destroyed tank markers. So these are the destroyed tank markers. We got them off. Yes, the 3D print file sharing area. So because they've got a pin in the middle, I've had to build them up on a base, but boom. See you, Archnan. Catch you tomorrow, mate. So yeah, obviously paint it up. Might paint one tomorrow or something like that. These are cracking, and it is thanks to Jack we found them. But yeah, when you get ammo racked in the game, your turret does come off, and so you just don't take it off that, mate. There you go. Stug's got one on. Yes, the 3D printed, mate. I just did them on orange filament. They're not expensive either to do. So yeah, because you have to build that bit up, and the pin's missing out of that one actually. Aha! So we had a failure. So like that one there will work on the SU as well. So you could put that on the back of the SU, so it's got a flat bit, or there we go. Even better. Just cut the pin off. Boom, tanks. Boom. So yeah, that's a way to do it. So I think without the pin works better. Tonight's giveaway. That's just given me an idea for the giveaway. Yes, if you look closer at them, they do need painting, and I'll probably paint a couple. So there is Cloud and Flame. So they are pretty cool, and Jack found them. They're not my designer, and I just printed them for Jack. So giveaway, I'll start doing it. And look, guess what? We've found our third level of giveaway. So there's how many is there? There's 3 sets. So remembering these are prototypes, so they're a bit rough, and you'll have to clean them up if you win them. But I'll keep those 2 back to paint. So 6 in a set. So what we have for tonight is giveaway time. So usual 3 tiers, as per usual. So if you are a follower of the channel and you've got enough Imperial credits to enter, yes, it all comes with cardboard punch out, very much like X-Wing does. So there is 3 sets of these, 3 sets of the cards to give away. Again, 100 Imperial credits, a ticket, maximum of 10 tickets, and anyone can win a set of these. I think we sell these for about £7 each, so it's a good £25 card set. So anyone can enter that is a follower, and then basically we go up in tiers from there. So if you are one of the 3 lucky winners and you are a subscriber, I will throw in the set of acrylics. So if you subscribe to the channel and you win one of the 3 prizes tonight, you will not only get the prize, but you will also get the acrylic set. If you have donated tonight and you're a subscriber, you will get them, and I'll throw in 6 free explosion markers, if that makes sense. So tanks. I did say we were going to start doing themed weeks, and to try to keep things on track with a theme. So at least for this week, maybe next week we'll do tanks, the week after we'll do X, Y, Z. So as I said, that's the three tiers for tonight. If you're a subscriber and you've donated tonight, you will get everything on there. So without further ado, let's get the Cloudboard giveaways. It's a custom giveaway. Wednesday night giveaway, 20 minutes. will be on the clock. We have... I need to change what it is. It's tanks. Promos. Everyone is eligible to enter. You just... the tier system, and it will put on the tier system at the bottom. 20 minutes. Ticket costs 100. Maximum tickets per user is 10. If you are a subscriber, you will also get a free ticket. So if you go for 10 tickets, you will get an 11th ticket free. But you've got to buy at least one ticket, if that makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's that. Save. And the giveaway starts now. It does on my screen anyway. Too soon, Kinger. So, let's find this gallery thing. Let's go to chatting. Let's have a chill out bit. He says pressing the button and nothing happens. Hey! So, garage. I think that's on. Nope. That one. Nope. Oh, it does this every time. Prize wall. No. Video capture. Image overlay. Nope. Don't break things. Discard found it. He says. Oh, that was voices. Did we just hear Ash and Deadstay on the Discord? WizKids, Swansea, Yeti, that garage. Discord, Hangout. Ah, right, got it. Gallery. Gallery. So, nope. I forgot I could actually have you two talking on there. Gallery. Yay! Fixed it. So, there is quite a lot to go back through. So we'd seen the purple from Cotton. We have a Groot by Egan. Surprise co-host. Yeah, they didn't even know. I've been working on getting it set up for our fun games. So, yes, Groot is very nice. That is class, mate. I keep meaning to print a Groot, but it's, yeah. I just never get round to do it. Yes, I could see the Tesseract green. That is the hammer. So we have Archnin, who has finally gone. Who has finally got this built up and ready to go. Debatable. I don't know Egan. With it's linked to the business, and I don't know how sharing STLs work across that sort of thing. We'll have a talk about it. So this is Archnin's. It looks like a mummy type, ghost, pharaoh-y type thing. And then Paul's been doing some of the Lord of the Rings figures. I'm not sure which game, because I can't remember, unless Gandalf's in the new version of it. Is Gandalf in the new Journeys of Middle-earth? Yeah, the first one didn't have any of the main cast in. I had Gimli in, but I couldn't remember Gandalf being in it. It might be out. It might be the heroes out the second one. I've never opened it. Yeah, cool. Again, Paul is another painter whose painting has come on massively over the last year. And ghosties. Army of the Dead. Yeah, class. Yeah, very good, Paul. Nice. And we have Egan's Druid Dice Tower. Again, I'm guessing 3D printed and painted. There we go. Pretty cool. Then I'm not putting the time lapse isn't too bad. Does it work? The time lapse of it printing. So this is what printing looks like to us lot, but we see it a lot slower. Oh, I don't know how to turn this off. Oh, there we go. Don't think I've that. A lot slower, yeah. We have some more of Ash's wonderful graffiti work. This is definitely Halloween themed. We have the pumpkins. And then... Yes, I can imagine. And then the Mandalorian. It's cool. And Archnin getting some paint down on his Pharaoh beastie. I like the deep purple again. That deep purple from that one. I'm just looking for. There we go. Streamlad's one. And then Westy has been doing some. Admech. Yeah. I've got the End of 5, which is about, you can get them on a good day for about 260 quid, but that's like a higher up one. There's an End of 3 which is round about 150 quid in the UK, slightly cheaper in America. End of 3, End of 5, they're the best ones to get you started. As I say, I have 4 End of 5s running non-stop at the moment. Yeah, I backed it and then pulled out because I just don't have anywhere to put one. I've got 2 resin printers there that don't get used. I'm thinking about getting rid of one of my resin printers as well. There's some more of them. I do like the Blue Sisters of Battle as well. Oh, were they all sisters? And I just didn't look right. Oh no. Oh yeah, they're all Sisters of Battle stuff. Yep. Yep. Yeah, they were great. It was great, and it is good fun. As I said, that tank I did off it. That's an Ashes Dwarf that he won on our live stream at the weekend. It is one of the... I forgot the name of the company. Parabellum Miniatures. It is really nice. And then a bit more work on it. Yeah, Parabellum, Last Argument of Kings. I have the Elegoo Mars Pro, which was probably the best one I could get at the time. And some more work in progress. He does look cool. Corn Wolf doing same kitchen tiles as me. That's him finished. Oh, sorry. There you go. No grass tufts? You should put some fiery grass tufts on there. I know someone who sells them. Corn Wolf's Christmas Gobbo. I've got one of him somewhere. He's absolutely class. Bought him last Christmas, and I don't think he's come out of the box yet. He might have to come out this Christmas and do a live stream painting. Yeah, I had the Photon, the top of the range, the top one, and I just hated it. I sold it and said I was never going back to resin. And then it ended up, when I did go back, the Elegoo Mars Pro was just... The Marses are cheaper. Yeah, the Marses are cheaper. Hey, that's the next picture. So we have one of Jack's Stugs. Is that pin washing as well, Jack? See, where you've got that... Yes, the Anycubic is... For some reason, they're really smelly. Mine, not so much. But I use the Mars and the Elegoo Mars stuff. Yeah. So yeah, the camo's lovely. But see where you've got that... That's spot on there, because that edge, you would also get scrape marks along that edge, Jack. Going under bushes and stuff like that. It's going to scratch that sort of stuff. So that's perfect how you've done it there. I wouldn't go too much further into it. I might have a play and see what we come up with, but that's pretty good, mate. You are doing really well on your painting. But I can see us painting a lot more tanks over the next year. I do really like tanks. Yeah. It does look like it's just come off the production line. Some people like the tanks like that, to be honest. Some people are... When they're painting Space Marines, they don't like dirt on the Space Marines. They have to be clean, just fresh out the gene pool, or wherever they come from. Ooh, good shout. I need to do them in those bits in black. I've missed that. Definitely got the... I'm just nicking some ideas off you, Jack, don't we? Yep. Ideas stolen. And these are the first two. These are fantastic. We have Fury. And we have the T-34. T-34 is hijacking. Oh, go. Tomo. Did I just break? No, I thought I broke the cameras. That is really bad. What green did you use for the... base, or is it just the base colour that it is? I will be interested in your greens, Jack. And Cotton's been doing his Necrons. That's a lovely model. Lovely, lovely model. Yeah, it's a cracking model that they did for it. And that's the end of it. Let me see if this works. Haha. Nope, nope. I put it in the wrong one. Where's the general? So this is the tank that I've been working towards. I have the normal version of it, but this is the premium version of it. Now, how is that for a tank? That I got that last night. I do like my big heavy tank. Look, it even comes with a bicycle on the side of it. Yes, it does. Bicycle for when you no bicycle for when someone pulls a pin out of your track and you're sat there with no track. Intermediate and refractive. Definitely got refractive somewhere. I just nearly knocked. I don't know if I've got intermediate. Light green. Flat green. Are there Panzer series? Why? I know I've got refractive, but I don't think it's in the German one. Intermediate's in there. And I know I've got refractive somewhere. So yeah, I'll oh, they're both in there. Have a look. Panzer Aces series pamphlet. So I'll go back to chatting and close that off. And painting. So this is the actual Panzer Aces set that Jack's on about. You get a synthetic 000 brush in it as well. It's not a bad brush, that. It's quite springy. Let me have that one in there for now. So that's the intermediate. I'm hoping that that's the refractive. Nope. Extra German C. Calm Luftwaffe. German camo. Olive drab. I don't have that one, Jack. Bottom. Yeah, that's the intermediate. Intermediate green. Is refractive another? Why do I know I've got refract? Yeah, that one somewhere else. Sick green. I can see a Panzer Ace one there. No, I can't. That's flat green again. 3 times I've picked up the same flat green. Yeah, I thought I did. Park green. Park Life. Light green. I've got it somewhere, Jack. I just don't know where. I got it because there was something that I had to do with foul green. Desert yellow just has green in it. Camouflage green. That's the sick green again. Might have to. I'm sure it's somewhere, but I'll have a play around, see if I can find it. Camouflage green again. How many camouflage greens have we got? It'll be there somewhere. Catch you later, Egan. It's just model colour. If it's just model colour, it'll probably be tyre black. Yeah, I'll have a look later. I nearly went and picked the same one up again. Mutation green. Is it a dark one? Yellow, olive. Nah, I'll find it. I do need to sort all these out because they're all separating, so you can't tell what's in it. And dead flesh and stuff like that. Yeah, I can't see the bottoms of them. And that is the end of the raffle. Le Raffle. But as I say, that Panzer series, it's a very good series. If you're doing scale models and want to do tanks and stuff like that. So you get 8 colour sets. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. The camouflage set, so you can get your camouflage patterns ideas. There's the Panzer Racer's colours, but that's the Panzer Aces complete set there, which I believe these are them. So let's double check that I'm not talking out my wazoo as usual. 891. So not on there. 70891. So that's another range. So Panzer series and Panzer. There must be a few different Panzer series. Is that's it? 891. So yeah, that's the camouflage. Panzer camouflage set. I'd have to see them. What make are they? I can't remember if they're if they're Vallejo, then probably pretty good. And probably aimed at exactly the right tanks. I can't remember. Yeah, there's probably loads of different ones that I need to work through. So let's get some prize things going. Yeah, if they're Vallejo, they're going to be pretty decent. I'll probably pick up a set of each. Were they on the let's have a look at the raffle. We have 86 tickets, 10 users. I'll just check through. For some reason, it only did it for 14 minutes. So, if anyone wants a ticket, I don't know why it's not done the full timer. It's stopped halfway through. If anyone wants a ticket, I'll give you exactly 1 minute. So entries are open if you want to try now. Phone. Yeah. Pimp out your tanks with a World of Tanks paint set. These sets contains 4 national colours, a wash for adding depth to your paint job. Enough colours to paint details on your tanks like tools and tracks. Cool. If you want a ticket, I'm going to close it at 1 minute past 9. Let's have a quick. Where is my messenger? 8 paints in the set. That's pretty good. Does it have any prices on it yet? If it has prices, that would be interesting. 8 paint sets are normally 20 quid, which is the usual sort of pricing for Vallejo sets. There's messages. I'm just trying to find the thing while we finish off. He says not finding anyone. Guildforce 9. There's some nice bits coming out. I don't know if I can share it over or not. The starter set. Then there's Wave 1 in October, Wave 2 in November. National Dice sets that come with the... and transfers, token sets, World of Tank paint sets. Oh, yeah. They're only doing one paint set, which is interesting. So it'll be a colour for each of them, and then bits to do. There'll be a wash and stuff like that. It'd be interesting to check out and just try and do. I might paint these using that paint set. One paint set to rule them all, and no Tesseract in sight. So we are closing entries. Right. Ooh, set 1. Our first packet of bits and pieces. So, who have we got first? Our first winner. I'll definitely be having the dice and decals for 4 quid a pack. The first winner tonight is... Foxy! Oh, so, I'm really not laughing. I'm not saying who got Foxy into Tanks games. Our second winner, Fix. He's not even here. How can it be a fix? Our second winner for the night is Cornwolf. Cornwolf. I'll have to check on subscriptions and all that sort of stuff later and who's done what. But, yep, thank you very much. And our final winner for the evening. It's not come up. It's Dead Stee. But for some reason it hasn't come up on the screen. What I will do is... I'm just going to take a photograph of the screen. It's me. It is Dead Steve. Yep. Well done, Steve. You've got some tanks bits. You just have to join us playing tanks now. Oh, excuse me. And that is it for this week. What? I'm just reading. Rasta's had exactly the same as this on his. It comes up for inactivity. It's stupid. It's a stupid bug on the giveaway. Basically, if you haven't chatted every 30 seconds, sometimes it messes it up. But yes, well done Steve, well done Corn, and well done Foxy. Yes, I think I've just sent your stuff out, Corn. But we'll get another. We'll probably leave it till next week now because we won't be doing as much stuff going out. I don't know. Oh, I can't see now because I've just closed it. Most people were on 11 tickets there, so it is. We are still living off the back of a lot of people who watched and donated a lot in the charity streams. So there's a lot of tickets and there's a lot of Imperial credits going around. I'll just have to find ways to take people's Imperial credits off them, like doing silly, quick. Do quick impromptu giveaways like. Ooh, look at this thing that I found. Yeah, like marbles. No. Yeah, look, see. But the thing is, I know Steve's donated tonight as well and donates most weeks, so I know Steve's are not all from that. We are looking at encroaching on Doom Fairy's ideas a bit and doing some gaming at some point. I know we are predominantly a painting one. Can you bet on marbles? But I think with it being Tank Week, if I can this weekend, I need to work it out and see how it all works and stuff like that. But I may do a World of Tanks stream at the weekend at some point. Oh, wait. Don't be saying that. Steve, where do my tanks normally end up? And what's the noise that my tanks normally make? Off a cliff, on their roof, in water. Yeah. So we can have bets on how long you think I'm going to last in a game. Not long normally. So we'll probably get on with some more tanks tomorrow night. I don't know if it's going to be a little one or do I get one of the big ones built and painted. We'll see. Tanks for the stream, yeah. What's the monthly? The monthly stream goal is £120, and we will look at that. I'm thinking of having a tank-themed model. I've got quite a few tanks kicking about, so I might paint up a tank, or I might give something away special that I've got laid around. The only problem is, I did actually consider doing, when I saw it earlier, is doing the Fallout tank as the giveaway. I'm just really worried about the weight, so I might put that one up. We'll see, but it'll be tank related. Let's say that we'll do something tankish. So again, thank you everyone for coming along tonight, donating, subscribing, following. We got 5 or 6 new followers tonight. That's absolutely fantastic. These will be going up on YouTube soon. Forge World Fish Tank, yes, Fish Tank, you see. With a free goldfish. Yep, I'll just freeze it, send it out, and by the time it gets there it'll be defrosted and the fish will be fine. So yes, thank you everyone for coming by tonight. It's been good. A lot of good catch up. I will be back on 7 o'clock tomorrow, and as I say, possibly over the weekend. I don't know when yet. But I'll be heading over to our Discord channel. Deadsty and Ash are already over there playing some tanks, so I'll be jumping in and playing tanks with them. So I shall catch you all tomorrow evening. In the meantime, stay safe. Catch you soon.